Hey. I don't know what I was going to do.
That's okay, got it. Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nikki here is not feeling so good, so I'm going to speak for my poor babies.
Now I feel much worse.
And today we are reacting to another quite interesting
QI.
Which war killed the largest portion of British soldiers? Ooh.
First of all, sad. Second of all, if you haven't seen the movie 1917, it's a fantastic film, the way it was shot. I've only seen it the one time. I want to watch it again.
What are you going to say?
So this is tough, because I don't know the numbers. I want to say, like, you want to say either World War I or World War II, but there's probably other, they might be talking about this or that, or Crusades, or whatever it is, right? 1812 is only 1 year. I'm going to go with World War I, but I can't remember if World War II just had like exponentially so much more deaths in it than World War I. I can't remember. I know World War II, the British obviously were part of the war. I don't think they started off right away. U.S. definitely came later. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm guessing that. What do you think?
I am not a history buff. It is very, very clear. I do not know.
That's so weak. Are you going with 1812 or the French and Indian War? It's gonna be something that's gonna surprise us.
Yeah.
So it's probably not gonna be a World War I. But I'm very excited for this because I do like history. I do enjoy it. I don't always remember it, so I can't be a history buff either.
Would it be the war between the Scottish and the British? Even though a lot of Scottish died, like the Jacobites and stuff.
William Wallace?
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyways, we're going to go ahead and check this out. If you like our reaction anyway, please do us a huge favor and don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you can be aware of our next uploaded video.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the kind comments that we get. We do appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, the kindest comments about the Wilty that we just posted, the Would I Lie to You. I don't remember which one that was about, though.
That was about the guy that touches his nose.
Oh, yes, that one was really
says
nice.
France or French.
Every time I say France.
Here we go.
Which war killed the highest proportion of British soldiers?
The American War of Independence. Good guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
English Civil War.
The English Civil War is the correct answer.
Because everybody killed in the English Civil War was British.
Well, that's absolutely right.
So they must be.
Plus, it was an exceptionally bloody conflict
very
anyway.
violent.
And the population of the country was quite small.
And all anybody knows about it is the hairstyles. All anybody says, oh, it's Roundheads and Cavaliers. And you think, yeah, that's it, really. One lot looks like the Grumbleweeds, the other lot like Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen, so it all kicks off. That man's got a wooden leg and riding side saddle.
Apparently, 90% of Britons cannot name a single battle of the English Civil War. 80% do not know which English king was executed by Parliament. And 67% of schoolchildren have never heard of Oliver Cromwell.
Good.
I'm just going to pause it there. For all the comments that we get of hate of, like, not knowing British history, apparently Brits don't know their own history.
Now, I never knew there was an English Civil War, right? I don't know if it's that one that you were mentioning, like Scotland and England. I'm not sure if that would be considered a civil war since it's Scotland. And maybe it was once England, and that's why it became Scotland. I don't know the history of it.
England's always tried to take over Scotland, and Scotland wanted to keep their independence.
But you would assume that most countries would have a civil war.
Oh,
We've had a civil war. So many different countries. Countries are still now having civil wars for different reasons. But I don't know anything about this. So I'm curious to learn about it. Not maybe in this video, but on my own.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
As a royalist, do you think his name should be buried?
No, he's a dreadful man. He was a truly horrible, one of the most horrible people ever to have walked the land.
But you wouldn't know that if you didn't know about it.
He did terrible damage being a Puritan. He wrecked all our beautiful churches because he ripped away all the iconography and graven images and replaced them with the giant thermometers that you can still see to this day.
So how many British people died in the Civil War?
85,000 on the battlefield, another 100,000 dying of their wounds afterwards. People who really suffered were the Irish, of whom it's estimated half the population were decimated by the great Cromwell. And it's an example, a friend told me, who works at the Foreign Office, that dear Robin Cook, when the Labour Party came to power, and we're going to be all ethical, we're going to be all good, they took down some picture in the Foreign Office of a Nepalese prince because they thought it was all imperialist, which deeply offended the Nepalese government. And they put up this big portrait of Cromwell, you know, Republican, you know, sort of lefty figure. And the first meeting they had was with the Irish government. Took one look, and it was like showing Eichmann to the Israeli ambassador. In the 7 years between 1642 and 1649, in the period known as the English Civil War, a staggering 1 in 10 of the adult male population died.
Jeez.
Oh, just cut us off like
Yeah,
that. I wasn't ready.
Super quickly.
Jeez.
1/10 of the adult male population?
That's crazy. Well, and that so many Irish died. I feel like the Irish get screwed so much with all these different things in history. Yeah, and they're the ones that have the best accents. No offense.
They're offended.
I know. I think we have like the worst accent ever. It's so bleh.
You are so negative right now.
It's just like the Irish have like this beautiful like low.
But do you think that they think it's beautiful? That's just the way they talk. Don't you think everyone feels like the way they talk is just the normal way to talk and it's kind of not that exciting and kind of boring? Because they don't live in a place besides some that live here foreignly.
Ours are just so chopped. Like they're so chopped and harsh. And like I said, the Irish are so lilty and it's like musical and rhythmic, and so is like the Scottish and the English. And ours are just like blah. Like the Germans and the Russians were like,
I think you're thinking like hard rock music or something. Blah.
I just mean like we're not flowy. Like even the French language, it's flowy, and we're like short.
When they mention, okay, you need to calm down. This desk only can sustain so much damage.
It's fine.
When they were talking about that picture of, what is it, Cromwell? I've heard the name, I don't know anything about the guy. In the whatever, it made me think of that movie Lincoln, where it said, like, they went over to negotiate after the American Revolution was over in England, and they put a picture of George Washington in the outhouse. Like, you close the door, you see a picture of him right there. And so the guy, whatever his name was, the American guy that was negotiating with them, came out. They were so excited and so happy, like, oh, what'd you think about your president's picture in our bathroom? And he said, I thought it was quite appropriate. He's like, because nothing's going to make an Englishman crap faster than the sight of George Washington. I love that story.
Oh, that's good.
From the movie. Supposedly it really happened. But as always, this is a lot of fun. I hoped it was I wish it'd be a little bit longer so I could have learned a little more from it. Yeah. But that's just me being selfish. I'd like to learn more. 1642 to 1649, I think he said, or 1647. So I'm going to check that out, see what it's all about. If you like our reaction anyway, please do us a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time.
Just FYI, that was before the whole Jacobite raising. That was in the 1700s. Just FYI.
Jacobite?
Jacobite raising. The fighting with the Scottish. The war that I thought. Anyway, we'll see you later. Goodbye, guys.